Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail. Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the...
Ooh, boy, it must be Christmas. Another Dragon Ball Z figure review coming at you. What up, y'all? MarjX79 here, and finally, I got my Fat Boo in. Long story short, I didn't want to pay full price for him, man. I didn't. So I waited and waited and waited, and I found a good deal for him on eBay for about $71. And then it was during that time when eBay had a 15% off coupon for pretty much everything on eBay. So I utilized that and ended up only paying $60 for him. So here he is. We have the SH Figuarts Majin Buu. So let's go ahead and take a look at the package. So we got Buu here eating his chocolate, getting his snack on. Got him here with his sticking his tongue out face, playing games like always. Got some hands, some more faces here. You got the figure itself. This figure is huge, by the way. I think this is definitely, he looks like to be about the same size as Broly. I didn't realize Buu was that big. It's kind of crazy. So we got Fun Animation, 15 and up, Bandai, Tamashii Nations, DBZ, Toei, some Japanese writing. Spin it to the side here. Just a foot, a face, another face, a hand, and a face. So that's these Figuarts Majin Buu. Turn it to the back here. Majin Buu. Looks like package got kind of messed up during shipping. That's unfortunate. But you know, no big deal. Whatever. I've never really been a package guy. Super modeling, mastercrafted, blah blah blah. Face parts, expressive portrayal of Majin Buu. Simple style, heroic action, like always. Super action. Cool, man. Some more Japanese writing. Small parts, not for children under 3 years and up. Turn to the side here, as you can see. Turn to the top. Got that evil grin here. And then turn to the bottom there, where we have the faces there. Looks good. Alright, man. So let's do what we do. Go ahead and crack this baby open, and let's take a look. We'll be right back. Alrighty, and we are back, and we have our fat Majin Buu out of the package, and he's looking cool, man. Looks like he just jumped right out of the anime. He's definitely not my favorite character by far. Took me definitely some soul searching to see how much of a Dragon Ball Z fan I really was to decide whether or not I wanted to get this figure or not, because obviously he's not the most powerful form of Majin Buu. But he is the one that survived and is still on the show today. So going and went on ahead and swallowed it, and I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and add him to the collection. Screw it, why not? So here he is. But like I said, I paid $60 for him. So I know retail he was like $80. So $20 off, I couldn't beat him, man. I had to go ahead and pick him up. I feel like I have just about every release of DBZ from SH Figuarts from Dragon Ball Z at this point. I think it's only like a couple that I don't have now. So okay, so enough about that. So let's actually get to the review portion of the video. So as you can see, they got the face here, looks good. His exhaust vents for his head here on top of the head looks good. His little antenna here looks cool. The ears, the iconic Buu ears right there. Got his cape there, looking cool. Arms here, got the fat belly, got the Santa Claus pajama pants here, got that iconic M emblem for the Majin symbol, got the yellow boots here. So let's go ahead and spin them around to the side. Whew, boy, I had a problem with this cape, let me tell you. Actually, why don't I go ahead and cut to the issues I had with the cape now. Okay, dude, I am having some serious issues here getting these little peg hooks into these little slots here, man. So let me go ahead and throw this out here now. Is anybody else having some serious issues with these here? Because I'm struggling, man. I don't know. Like if I try to press this peg hook in any further, I feel like I'm gonna break it, though. This is crazy. Not very positive so far. I'm gonna keep going at it. Hopefully, you know, we can finish out the video here, but right now I am struggling. Hooray, success! So what you had to do, so I had to angle the pegs like I had to angle this peg like inward, and this peg like kind of upwards a little bit, and then this peg like inward. So yeah, that's why I was having so much issue. Okay, continuing on. And welcome back. I told y'all this cape was crazy, man. But I got it on, so obviously, so you know, fun times. So the cape here looks cool. This has never been my favorite style of cape. You know how it splits apart like that. But I mean, obviously, it's not like I'm going to pose him from the back, anyways. But I mean, I get it to add some articulation to it, though. But I mean, just personal preference has never really been my favorite. If they were gonna do that, I would rather have had like maybe a plastic moldy cape that you could just mold around, kind of. But I mean, that's just me. So then we got the yellow boots here, the pants, the big butt, the boo butt, and yeah, man. So turning off to the side here, I'm about to drop him. My finger's slipping. Nope. He stayed up. How about that? He's definitely got some good feet too, man. You would think this is such a heavy figure, he would have a hard time standing, but he's actually pretty sturdy. So yeah, man. All right, so let's go ahead and set up the stand and take a look at some articulation. But first, let's take a look at these other accessories again here real quick. So we got some 2 open fisted hands so that he can do his blah face and blah, 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 blah. And then we got his other just resting calm hands here. I thought about switching over to this confident gritting teeth face here, but I was like, nah, because I feel like he only had this face like a couple times through the series, but this was definitely the face that he had the majority throughout the time that he's been on the show. So then of course we got the instructions there. I even pulled him out to try to figure out that stupid cape, but you know, didn't really help, so I just had to figure it out for myself. Alright, now let's set up the stand here. Let's take a look at some articulation. Okay, man, this figure's so big I barely even have enough room for him on my display station, man. It's crazy. Or not my display station, but my review station. And I forgot to show y'all too this piece of chocolate that he comes with too. Almost looks good enough to eat. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation here. Okay, so the head move down, not a whole lot. Up, kind of. There you go. That's as much as you get. This is a big, sturdy figure, man. So, I mean, obviously with Boo's body shape, you can't really expect to get too much articulation out of him. I mean, that would be insane to expect that. So, you know. So, the arm here can move 360 degrees. A little bit stiff, though. Push that back down there, but it's on a kind of a ball peg here, so keep that in mind. So he's not going to be as flexible as some of the other SH Figuarts, obviously. I can get that to like that. That is struggling a little bit. There we go. So we just had to twist that shoulder around to get that arm to come back down there. See that? So make sure if you lift the arm up and you're trying to put it back down there, that you push that arm peg back in this position so you can put the arm back down. So okay, so then the bicep here can rotate. He can push that up that much, straighten it back out. He has a bicep swivel 360. He has a wrist swivel 360 as well. He doesn't. Yeah. He's got some wrist rotation and tilt, so he can push it in, push it outwards. So push that back up. Same thing with this arm here. Obviously, 360 degrees. Man, it's actually, I don't know if this is not really 360 degrees, man, because this kind of gets hindered by this little piece here that keeps it from going like 360 degrees. I mean, but he can still get the rotation of what you would need to get him into like a fighting pose or whatever. So, you know, he's just not as flexible as other figures for obvious reasons, because he's so big. Okay, so then he doesn't, so with the waist, you can kind of rotate him a little bit that way, and rotate him a little bit that way, but he doesn't have any tilt or, well, yeah, you can kind of push him out a little bit, as you can see. Push him inwards that much, and outwards that much, so kind of, but you get a little bit of gappers right there when you push him out like that. So okay, so now for the legs here, he's on like a weird, huge ball peg too, that can kind of rotate around like so, kind of like a spear, planetish type such, like that. See, so just try to loosen that up a little bit. So that's cool. That's probably about the best way that they could have done that, in my opinion. So can't really gripe about that too much. You know, it's kind of disappointing that this figure didn't come with a stand. I think that would have been really helpful, because obviously you're not going to be able to get him into any kind of a flying pose, because no like regular stand is going to be able to hold him. So I think it would have been cool if they would have included a stand, but I mean it's not a deal breaker or anything since it doesn't have one. But it would have been a nice touch. Okay, so with the knee joints here, the bend that much and be pushed forward. Well, that's the hip here, but the legs can be pushed outwards that much, and he does have a bit of a toe hinge as well, right there. So you can at least get him into like kind of a running pose a little bit, and if you finagle him right, he will stand up too in the kind of the running pose. So anyway, it's a sturdy figure. It really is. So man, so for the $60 that I paid for it, it's absolutely worth it. Like I said, he's just not one of my favorite characters to justify an $80 purchase for him. But I mean, if you can find a deal for him, then you know, hopefully maybe he'll get cheaper as the years go on, and maybe he'll become extremely rare and be one of those $300 impossible to find figures again. So yeah. So alright, man, like I said, I already talked about price. Found them on eBay for $70, but I had a 15% off coupon and got them for $60. So, you know, you can't beat that. So, as always, you can follow me at youtube.com/martinjack79 and facebook.com/martinjack79. Hit that subscribe button, man. Help support the channel. I think we're at 437, so, you know, we are getting closer and closer to our goal of 1,000, because, obviously, I'm trying to make that dream happen, man. So, alright, and until then, I will see you guys on the next one. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.